Good evening and welcome back to our beautiful little city in the world of Frostpunk. I think the land is known as Frostlands or something like that. I think Frostland is the name. What did he say here? Let's see. Frostland. I can't remember. I think it's Frostland. Yeah, something like that. Let's see, where are we at right now? We do have the Londoners. They have gotten 19 people. We actually, if we lose 19 people, it wouldn't be too bad. We have 168 people. 168 citizens that are working as much as they possibly can. We can place another worker here. We have 9 people that are unemployed. We have 12 idle children who could help out with something. We could have, there's an automaton required here. Yeah, these places could be entirely staffed by children. And right now we don't have anyone working here, so we might as well just max out. So children can work here and pick some coal. That just sounds so awful, doesn't it? Like, oh no, it sounds awful. It sounds awful. We're not lacking for coal necessarily, but since it is getting a bit cold, I mean it still is fairly cold, it would be good to get that steam level 2. We're currently working on hunting tactics so we can get more hunting done, because we currently have 58 raw food and no food rations ready. Hopefully we'll get some food soon, or we just had food delivered. So getting better hunting tactics would be better. So now we have less workers doing the same amount of work, or less hunters doing the same amount of work. So we could throw down maybe another one of these, where is it? Another hunter's hut. We could do that. Like throw down one of them here or somewhere. Or even all the way out here. Or on this side. We could do it on this side. You know what? Sure. Let's make sure that we have enough food, because currently it's not going too well on food. It's not going completely garbage, but it's not going great. And I prefer if it went great. I'm sure everyone can agree with that. And since we have some extra engineers available, let's just throw them out there to make sure that everyone is staffed and can take in all the people necessary. We have a lot of people here too. Let's put regular workers on keeping this watchtower stocked. Hope is still not going too well. Though we don't have that negative anymore from the cold home place. One thing that we could do is to go on heating, for example. No, actually, food, health and shelter. Bunkhouse. Because they are dwelling for 10 people that is adequately protected from the weather. We don't have enough wood currently to start that, but if we get that thing, then we could upgrade the things that are lying, out here. Like, for example, this tent. Just upgrade some of the tents. Actually, we don't need to have that. Upgrade some of the tents so they are not cold, because cold is horrible. This is chilly. Chilly is not good, but cold is awful. And we need to do something about that. And one of the ways is to get to steam level 2. Because that will give us +2 temperature in all heat zones, making this suddenly livable. Or we could get those things. I think getting steam, getting the generator power upgrade would be better. And it doesn't cost us too much to do. So let's do that. Alright, so we're getting the generator power upgrade, so we can get to this thing. It will be a 200% coal consumption, meaning that we will suddenly be using 24 coal per hour, which is a lot. Currently we're earning 466 per day and using 394 per day. So we're not actually going that well. We do have the automaton working here on this coal mine here. It's not actually that efficient. I mean, the automaton is fairly good, but maybe we could put the automaton here or somewhere on the sawmill, because I think just having regular workers would be better. Or maybe have it on the steel. We don't need steel too much. So let's do that. Let's try to do just that. And have regular workers on the coal, because then we earn more. We have a higher efficiency. Because currently we have 2 people absent, eating and going to eat, which is bad reasons to be absent. But I think that solves a bit, at least on our production. Actually, it does not. Okay, let's compare them. Let's compare. If we do this and we do this. If we put that guy in here, we have 14.4 14 per hour. This is 24. Okay, 24 is better. And we have this heater on. But currently we're still losing per day. Why is it losing? Is it because these people are not working as they should? Storage near capacity. Yeah, maybe that affects it too. Our storage is near capacity. Oh, timely intervention. Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell, but was thankfully caught by a neighborhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. It could have ended with a broken leg or worse, if it weren't for our watchmen, a neighbor commented. We're lucky to have them. Good. Good, maybe now hope can increase. Or maybe not. Maybe we should have another watchtower somewhere here to cover up more places so people will be maybe happier. So let's do that actually. Let's have another watchtower. We do have, I mean, if we can just replace some more with... We have 15 engineers idle. If need be, we could just throw more people onto the coal pile. I didn't actually mean that part, but just throw them on collecting coal. We could have some more workers here for now, just to gather up the coal. We don't actually need the coal right this second, but soon we're gonna have to double the production. And I think it's just swaying back and forth because it's currently full and at capacity a lot of times. Which is not optimal at all. Soon we will have that done. That's 69. We have this thing coming here. Cold homes. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes. I mean, if we could do that... Yeah, I think we could do that. Not all the homes, but 8 of them could be done. I know it's a promise, and promises can be tricky to keep. We'll try our best. I don't think the temperature is gonna decrease soon. The forecast is 5 days away from terrible things. Soon they will come back with 3 steam cores, which means we could add in another coal mine, which is good. We do have this thing, which is essentially unlimited coal, or more or less. We could put in another coal thumper, it's all fine. We have only 2 people sick, which is great. We have 25 being treated and 13 amputees, which is not good. Not good at all. This guy is... oh, I forgot to put it on. Go work, automaton. The Mark for Bostoner. Bostoner. Could we get an automaton? I think we can build automatons. So maybe we should get this factory thing. Or the outpost depot. There's so many things that would be good, isn't it? Like gathering post, steam coal mine. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in the research tree. It just cost a lot of... this cost a lot. But one of the things that would be useful, think of it, would be getting the amputee thing. So we do need a factory so we can make prosthetics for people so they can still work. Alright, so there we have it. Watchtower. More 118 living near. But still, hope is not that high. We need more promises to be kept. We need to get the temperature up. And they gain even more followers now. They have 24 followers now. Still not the most in the world, but they're gonna leave fairly soon. We have to get organized, we have to do something. I wonder if our captain really has a plan. Well, if you're referring to me, I do have a plan. The plan is to, make sure that you don't leave. Let's see, purpose. Is there anything we could do here? Morning gathering. We'll gather each morning to make sure that our goals and priorities for the day are clear to everyone. Each morning gathering will slightly increase hope. Alright, let's do that. Actually, guard stations. New building guard stations. You will have to build 2 guard stations. Discontent will rise slightly. You can use guards to break up protests. Let's do the morning gathering. Yes, just increase hope. There we go. Hope has increased and they have the morning gathering. Maybe it will just mean that people are working for like an hour less or so. I don't know. But it will be gathering, they will talk and will be happy. All wonderful things. Inoperative because there are no gathered resources nearby. Let's dismantle them. And now we have the generated power upgrade, so we could throw that up. And now we will be using 24 coal per hour. We are losing coal currently per day, which is not great. Not great at all. Let's throw in more people to work here. Oh, scouts number 2 have returned safely to the city with 112 coal and 3 steam cores. We're currently at capacity on the coal thing. Let's throw in more people here so they can gather up more coal, which will leave us at currently... it's hard now with the whole full thing. But soon we will know... At least it will last for maybe a day before running out. Let's see, the factory. We do have resources for that. Let's start it. We do need a factory. We need to get the amputees to work. 2 sick absences. This one, storage near capacity. Yeah, I remember. Maybe we could upgrade the stockpiles, or do you need a research for that? I think a research is it. Okay, let's not have them being wasted. There's an American camp here. So we could send the scouts to go to the American camp and see what's over there. Hopefully it will be something interesting. Maybe more people will join in. You know, could be interesting stuff. Hopefully interesting stuff. Maintain at least livable living conditions in homes. We currently have that up, and we will need to do that for another day or so. Cookhouse helpers. Sir, a group of MPTs is here to see you. They want to help in the cookhouse. Give them what they need. We can't do that. Why can't I do that? Okay, I would just love to see. Okay, so they need prostheses. Could I make them a promise that, you know, I will fix so we can make prostheses? Because we are starting to research it. We are there almost. Just give me a day or two to, you know, fulfill that promise or something. But no, we lose some hope because, you know, I couldn't say yes or give them any promise. That seems a bit weird though. Why can't I make them a promise that, you know, they will have a prosthesis thing? I don't know. I really don't know. It strikes me as a bit odd. Alright, we have children working here. We have more children available, so we will put these at none and this is max. The children will be working. And then we can put the worker here. We need more workers free. Can I replace workers somewhere else? Here we can replace with engineers, and then we can take the workers to go for hunting. Here we have workers. We can replace a few of them with engineers too. We have an abundance of engineers apparently. Actually throw in one more. Actually one more like that. There we go. And there we go. Our food situation should be completely solved by now. Completely solved. We have some hungry people. There are food available. Just go eat, for heaven's sake. Don't let the Londoners disrupt the city. Remaining 24. I'll try to fix that. It's just difficult. To send in some engineers to keep this watched. But currently the temperature should be fine in a lot of the places. Yeah, it's outside here where it's cold. And cold is not great, but discontent should be less. Lack of medical care. How is that a thing? We have no sick people. We have some being treated. But we have so many medical posts working at peak efficiency. Yet they're complaining. We even have them heated. We have them heated, so you will be less sick in them. Maybe we don't need to do that on some of the nearby ones. For example, this medical outpost is in the vicinity. We do... it is actually not heated. Can we see who is and who is not? Okay, this tent. Okay, so we have Watchtower medical post. And this one is chilly even with that thing. Which is not good. This one is also chilly even with that thing. Medical post and medical post. Okay, they're not even getting it right now. So never mind then. Let's get right to it. We're losing coal quite quickly. We have about 23 hours left of it. Then we will have to do some adjustments if even more followers. Oh. A handful of people may join the Londoners. But don't forget, there is a meeting going up soon. Which will increase hope a little bit. A morning gathering. Or so. And 19 hours left, low coal. Yeah, we're starting to gather up a bit more coal again. Factory research, excellent. Alright, maybe we can get the MPTs to start working. Let's see now consumption. It is almost the same, so we are almost covering our coal needs. And that's sustainable coal as well. Even though that seems like a weird thing to say. This one has a ton of coal left to gather from. This one is just pumping up more and more coal. Don't know, like it pumps up 44.8, so it will last for a long time. So yeah, we're doing fairly good there. Let's see what we can do now with the tech, the factory. We have enough to just build it outright. We can place it like here or something, like out here, or maybe just straight here. Yeah, let's put it straight. Yeah, here. Let's build it and wait for it to be built. Then we will make some prostheses and stuff to make sure that the people are happy and can work. I don't think they will be happy. They'll still be feeling pretty bad, probably. We have enough engineers to start making some... that's automatons. No, never mind. Want to make prosthesis? Yeah, let's make some prosthesis. Let's make 13. It will cost a lot of steel to do that. We are getting steel, and we're getting a lot of steel here. We're getting some steel here. Okay, a thing is happening. A child's plea. Come on! Can't I do... Is there nothing I can do? Captain, we found a boy frozen to the bone in the cemetery next to a fresh grave. He must have been there for hours. He wants you to call an emergency meeting. He says that if you agree, his mother will wake up to attend it. Oh, well, I'm sorry, boy, but... Damn it! Did it have to happen now? When we're trying to desperately to increase our hope in every way possible. Okay, foreman. Appointing responsible foreman will make sure that people work as efficiently as possible. Increases the efficiency of our workplace by 40% for 24 hours. That's a good thing to have. Maybe we should get the guard stations. Though at the same time we need to then make guard stations and you know, keep them up. So let's see if we can do anything in the adaptation thing. We have the fighting arena that will give an evening hours bonus. We have the child labor thing. This one was probably not the best choice right now. Emergency shift, extra rations, triage. You can use triage in medical facilities to instantly heal 2/3 of the patients. 1/3 of the patients will die instantly. Oh, damn. Alright, that's not a great thing then to either. And we don't really have much to go here either, so it's either going to a fighting arena. That means we have to build that. Or going the other way. And on the purpose, the only thing we can go to is the guard stations. There are not that many other laws to pick here. Or the foreman. We could sign the foreman, and that just gives us the ability. That seems like a decent thing to do. Still having issues with Hope. Unpopular decision. It was not really a decision, it was more of an event. But sure, it was very unpopular. It's very unpopular. The bunkhouse, we could do that now. So we can start making those bunkhouses. I think that's a good thing to go for. And then afterwards we will need to make some automatons. Always more productive, I hear. Maybe this will make... Okay, alright. We got another thing. Another achievement. That is the thing. We're currently almost at capacity. Or near capacity, which is good, because that will make sure that it lasts then for a little bit. Now the workday is over, for example, and now we will be losing a lot of coal. These guys are waiting. Okay, let's explore the American camp while waiting. There's not a living soul in the camp. We found about a dozen emaciated bodies. Surprisingly, most of them were amputees fitted with prosthesis. Ah, wonderful. Maybe they got some prosthesis with them. The American camp was well supplied with everything except food. Searching the tents, we found more victims of hunger. Most of them have badly worn but sophisticated artificial limbs bearing a company symbol. Tesla manufacturing. We can only bury them and take their equipment. Let's take them. Let's take their equipment. And then we move here. Temporary settlements. We can see 2 rows of small wooden huts, but no smoke or other sign of life. All in all, it looks like a well-kept but temporary settlement. Alright, let's go there. Let's hope that you don't die. Because that would be bad. Alright, let's speed through the night. Discontent is lowering. Lowering quite quickly. It is cold at home, I get it. It's not optimal. But we're still having issues with the whole Londoners. And now it's increased to a group of people may join the Londoners. And we don't have that many days left. We have 11 days left to get out. Maybe this will help them. If we just can maintain this thing, that would be great. It will be like when everyone wakes up or a bit after that. Writing on the wall. Captain, someone has defaced the walls with predictions of doom for our city. This is troubling. People already fear we will share Winterholm's fate, and scared minds are swayed by even the smallest nudges. Come on, send watchmen to remove it. Even more hope will fall. Damn it. I think we need to go the guard outpost thing. Because now even more people will join the Londoners. Yeah, 31 followers, and we're just losing hope left, right, and center. 4 hours left until we keep this promise. It's not the greatest promise though. It would be better if we had that thing where everyone is being warned. Now the workday starts. Workday starts. Hope is not increasing discontent. On the other hand, we have 9 people in being treated, and now we have 12 NPCs. I'm assuming one of them died, which is a bad thing. Promise fulfilled. Your promised people war you delivered. Nice, 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 nice. A handful of people may join. All right, a handful of people are better than having, you know, a lot of people not willing to join. We can do that Book of Law thing with the guard stations. New building guard station. It will increase discontent, but we can make the guard station, so maybe that will increase hope. Order guard station, base heating level 2. We could place it at about the same places as these other things. Almost, anyway. Here we go, let's build those. We do actually have quite a lot of resources. Oh no, the amputees are probably being fixed by, you know, the prosthesis. What am I thinking about? Bunkhouse researched. Wonderful, and now the scouts arrive. Let's go for the scouts. Temporary settlement. The settlement seems to have been abandoned. Okay, let's see here. Memory of injustice. The center of the settlement is marked with an upright boulder. On this roughly planed face, someone chiseled the following. May God forgive the genius who sacrificed human lives in the name of progress, for we can't. Exiles of Tesla City. We won't touch the monument, but we decide to dismantle the huts from wood. Site discovered, wall colony, Dreadnought landing. Ooh, Dreadnought landing, that sounds awesome. Let's go for a Dreadnought landing, that sounds also a bit scary. Along the shore of the frozen bay, we can see the outline of an enormous ship. A wide lane of broken ice leads to it from the west. Excellent, let's go there and see what happens. We're spending a lot to do that, though. And these guys are fixing the prosthesis, which is good. Guard tower, we have workers now. So they can go and work. Hope is increasing. One promise fulfilled. Londonier's vandalism. And this automaton. That's just great. Okay, does this need to have... oh, this needs to have a better road. We'll fix that, don't you worry. Guard stations built. Guard stations have been built and manned to maintain order in the city. Some people question their purpose, but the majority support your decision. Hope increased a ton. People are hopeful enough not to join the Londoners, so we have 31 people joined them. Our hope is high enough that no people will join. So maybe this means that more people will leave. That could be a thing, couldn't it? Oh yeah, we had the bunkhouses. I forgot about that. Bunkhouses, we could upgrade this. Or replace it. It should really be a way to upgrade it. Yeah, apparently you can't make that. So maybe we should make a bunkhouse instead. Like place them here. Place one. And then we'll let that be built. Something like that. Since it's evening hours, they will go work on that. So we'll fix that right up. And then we will dismantle one of these tents. Because this one will have a warmer level. Because they have a base heating level. This has base heating level 2. And the other one has base heating level 1. So with that done, let's dismantle this building. So now the people will move there. Apparently that leaves 6 people homeless. Not sure how that works out because, well, we still have the same amount of living quarters, so not sure. But let's just say that that's a thing, and sure. Wait, so how does that even work out? Have we gotten more people? Do we have more children or something? We have 168 people, vacant beds 22, 20 in care houses. Bunkhouses, houses. Alright, well let's just double up then and make another bunkhouse just to be safe. Place it on the previous place. We're out of steel, we will get more steel, and this guy works around the clock. That's a good point actually with this whole thing. I mean, this is 24 hours, but it's only during like half of the day. So maybe it is more efficient to have the automaton. Another act of vandalism. Let's try to get rid of it as quickly as possible. We'll have hope issue, and now more people will join there. Damn it. Yeah, we're running out of that, and then we will try to make automatons, I think. Watch members beaten. Captain members of the neighborhood watch who are removing the London slogans have been assaulted. We should do something to protect our people. Send guards to secure the streets. Yeah, there we go. Increase the hope again. Might see some law and order at last. Let's hope it's enough to protect us from these vermin. And now they gained even more followers. So when it was going great, no one left them. But now suddenly they're joining as soon as it's going a bit, a bit bad. Maybe it's because we don't have these manned up fully. What if we man them up? What about them? Scouts have reached the Dreadnought landing. Let's see what they can find. A huge ship has been dismantled here. Only its massive keel plates remain under the sea. Railroad tracks lead south. We found a piece of hull plate bolted to a boulder. It's engraved with the following inscription. In the year 1888, an American expedition aboard Hephaestus landed here in search of a haven from the global glaciation. May God preserve the souls of our fellow countrymen who perished on their way aboard our sister ship Prometheus. Site discovered, Tesla City, and a bunch of resources. I wonder how much these guys can hold. Are they still holding us? Yeah, they're holding everything. So we could go to Tesla City, a large settlement. Numerous buildings are dimly visible through the shining dome of electrical discharge that is projected over the city. Let's head there straight away, because we can't really afford them going back and then... Yeah, we need good news. If we can find Tesla City, maybe people will live there, and all the hope will increase. I really don't want people to leave, but currently it's a bit hard to make sure that they don't. And we currently have no research goal. Is there any research goal we could do that will make people happier? We could do the flying hunters, healthcare insulation. That would probably be good. Sawmill upgrade, not a priority at the moment. Heating, generator efficiency upgrade. Generator will burn 10% less coal, that could be good. Allows us to raise the temperature of all heat zones by 2 levels when the generator is put into overdrive. Right, more scouts, outpost deposit. Yeah, I want something for the people. Something that makes sure that people are happier. Can't really find anything that will allow that. We could maybe start on mechanical calculators. That will need 50 steel. So we do need a lot of steel. Maybe we should go back to... Maybe send the children to dig out that steel. We have quite few sick people at least, so that's a good thing. We still need 2 prostheses to fix everything. There we go, we have 2 amputees. We have prosthesis made, and now we have none. Maybe we should start making that then. Requires steel. I get it. We do need steel for that. Scouts have reached Tesla City. The city is modern and meticulously built. A tall tower emits a constant barrier of lightning, deflecting the incoming snow. But nobody comes out to greet us. Explore the area. Able minds and bodies will prevail over the cold. Reach the slogan over the entrance to Tesla City. A central tall tower shines with the blue glow of electrical discharges, which form a protective dome over the town. But something went wrong here. There are charred bodies lying in the streets, and the stench of burned flesh taints the air. We saw a lightning streak from the tower hitting a building and leaving a gash in its roof. Scout will try to disable the electrical discharge. Actually, we will stay away from the city. The scouts are having a lot of things in it, or they're holding a lot of things, and we can't really dare to lose all of those resources. So we'll try to keep it safe. We could always, make another team and send there. Oh god, the temperature will drop significantly, 2 levels. But it's only for a day or two. We could probably go into overdrive mode and mostly solve that. But that will take a hit for the hope of our city, which is less than good. Hopefully there's something good to be done with the laws here. Maybe the laws can save us, maybe they can't. Who knows? We do have a book of law to do purpose. Is there anything interesting here? Patrol! New ability patrol. Each use will reduce discontent. Each use will raise hope slightly. Prison. Prisoners will abandon their misguided views. Those who threaten to the stability of our city have to be isolated for the good of all. That sounds pretty bad. We have to build a prison as well, and the prison, it doesn't cost that much. Propaganda center. The propaganda center raises hope. Shows detailed info on sources of discontent. The propaganda center can distribute bulletins, raising hope. You will have to build the propaganda center. Discontent will rise. I don't care about discontent. I only care about hope. There can only be one such building in the city. Let's build propaganda center. Discontent will rise. Don't care about that. We need the propaganda center to survive. Right, there we go. Let's make it a little thing there. There we go. We have a propaganda center being built. There's a lot of discontent, but it's mostly from the cold homes, though. We still have cold homes, even though there are bunkhouses now instead of the tents. There's no residents actually in the tents. It can be used as an emergency place. I think that could be a good use for it. Alright, we have a thing here. People support the guards. Sir, people are no longer concerned by the Londoners' slogans. Some have started bringing hot soup to the guards patrolling the streets. We just couldn't bear watching them. Walking the streets in this cold. Slogans? The deranged scroll of cowardice, nothing more. I'm glad to hear that. That's wonderful. So maybe that will make people leave? No? Discontent is still increasing because it's cold at home. That is a fair point. It is fairly cold at home. And soon it will get a lot colder. And now they gained even more followers. 35 people. But there's not that much time left. Cold is coming up now. It is getting cold. Let's increase the overdrive, even though that won't really help too much because it's still like minus 60 degrees. Only for 2 days though. Only for 2 days. And we have a propaganda center being built. What's now? Okay, it's working day. Sorry. It is very cold here. Very cold. Let's increase that. Let's try to fix things like that as much as possible. Though we can't really afford to add that in everywhere. Some people will just have to be cold, unfortunately. Propaganda center can now keep track of people's attitudes and influence them. Hope rises. That's a lot of increase of hope too. Damn! Just, wow. That's a lot of increase. What can I say? The facility has been shut down. They're working 24 hours. Well, they're waiting for someone to get here. A news bulletin will be delivered to every household. That's it. It costs 10 wood. But yeah, that's a massive increase in hope. Propaganda is working. So how can I get rid of them? Do I need to build a prison in order to, you know, put them somewhere safe? How is the... Maybe the overdrive will survive. Severe frostbite. A citizen had to have a limb amputated. Let's make one of these things then for him. There we go. At least now he can work. We have 44 people freezing. We have 10 being treated. Cold everywhere. Because, you know, that's kind of the thing at the moment. It is damn cold everywhere. Even this place. We have this heated and it's still freezing. We have this thing and it's still very, very cold in the bunkhouses. And they can fall gravely ill from it. It's not good. At least it's just for a short while, but that just means that we're not ready at all in case bad things happen. We currently have 2 workers. Can the workers replace engineers somewhere? I wonder. Well, this coal pile, let's see. Engineers, where are you? You know, children, you can't be working here. I'm sorry, you have to go home. There you can replace here. 2 workers here, and that means that a few more can start working here. Facility has been shut down. Why is it shut down? Can at least someone go here and work? There we go. Okay. This sign will strike fear into the hearts of villains. Order above all. This sign will remind everyone that we're a city of order. That's it. No mercy for our enemies. Let's hand out a propaganda bulletin. Increase hope even more. Can we get rid of these Londoners now? Can people leave the Londoners now when they feel better about it? Okay, they're waiting. Fishing village. A hot spring keeps a tiny patch of sea from freezing here. The Americans used this opportunity to set up a fishing village. It's deserted now. Everything is deserted. This fishing village used to supply Tesla City with food. Searching it, we found a letter. Mike, don't return to the city. Tesla is a madman. He cast out all the amputees, all the sick. Jerry's parents and old Beth are among them. There will be blood, that's for sure, and soon. The village was left in order. We could send a team here to start fishing. We could dismantle it, or we could just leave the village intact. I say leave the village intact. We do have wood. Should we go here, or should we go back home? That is the question. Should we go back home? Because that would take a day and 6 hours. We go here and day and 15 hours. Or here, or here. Let's go... You have so many Tesla cores that, or Steam cores that we should probably go home. A little bit. Free time is upon us. Soon it will be warmer, but it's still far away from being warm. Alright, that is terrible. Terrible in every regard. Maybe we should do something in the heating department. Overdrive couplings would probably be a fairly good thing to have now when we are in overdrive. Or we could do improved heaters. Or the steam hub, for that matter. Let's do steam hub. This should probably be a good thing. We're starting to have a lot of people sick, a lot of people freezing, a lot of amputees probably soon as well. Like, unable to work due to it being so cold. No, I gotta wonder. I mean, if it's so warm here, for example, where this automaton is, why are people going to their homes here? Why are they just sleeping on the street or something? That would make sense. I mean, if it was really cold in my home, right? So damn cold, and yet in the center of the city it's kind of nice, you know, kind of a decent temperature or better, I would go there. Or for that matter, if you have this tent or whatever, let's have this tent city. 10 people are living in these tents, which seems fairly comfortable, like 2, 2, 2, 2, and maybe 1, 1. Something like that. 10 people in 4 tents. Throw in more people. Just throw in more people. Mild frostbite and severe frostbite. We're losing limbs. Someone has stolen 11 food rations from the stockpile. People are saying that it was the Londoners gathering supplies for the journey. It seems this ridiculous idea of leaving for London is gaining traction. We'll send guards to catch him. We need to do something about the Londoners. Soon enough we can make a lot of law. Perhaps, and the guard succeeded, which is great. Discontent is increasing, however. Now we have another thing. People regain hope. For the first time, the Londoners have failed to persuade anyone to abandon our city and flee to London. People are recovering from the shock at the news of Winterhome and starting to hope for the future. Does that mean that people are gonna leave soon? Or are you gonna still be annoying and join them? Generator stress level critical. Oh damn, we need to turn that off. Which is not optimal at all. People are starting to freeze everywhere now. We need to put on heaters a bit everywhere in order for the medical post to start working, and the cookhouse for that matter.
Order, people. Let's march to work.
Even with this on, it doesn't really matter, so we might as well have it off. So one of the medical posts are gone. This one is gone too. This is too cold either way. So we're gonna take away the engineers from here and from here. Might as well have them, you know, elsewhere. Production queue empty. So do we have enough to make an automaton? I think so. Just make one. Because if we have another one, then we can make another of these coal mines. As soon as we have the steel, come back again. We can make a coal mine, put the automaton that's being built in it, and be in a better position. In a position for it. To supply us with the coal that we so desperately need. Mild frostbite, yeah, we're starting to get that. 31 is freezing. Discontent is rising due to the cold. Built, just a new automaton has been built. Alright, nice, nice, nice. So where do I see the upgrades for the automaton? It's probably gonna be over here. Maybe it's right there. Mechanical. Okay, so we might need some more steel. So we can just get that done. Allows us to research tier 3 technologies. Would be great to have that. Coal mining optimization. Coal mines, steam coal mines, and advanced coal mines will be 10% more efficient. Or we could just get this generator efficiency upgrade. And maybe we should also make some steam hubs. That could be a thing too. There's a lot of things that we need. There would be a lot of steel used. There will be smaller heat zones. We could have one like here that would help these bunkhouses to keep themselves alive. But soon enough the temperature will rise and then it will drop significantly 3 levels. We're talking minus 70 degrees. There we go, you can work there. That will put our consumption, our yeah, it will be good. Let's see here. A few are persuaded. A member of the Londoners is talking to a crowd. He's trying to scare as many as possible into joining the exodus to London, but his visions of doom ring false in the ears of people who are content with the situation in our city. Disperse the crowd. I mean, we don't want more people to join them, so we will eat the discontent. How could you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We need to do something about the Londoners though, man. They're getting too many. It's worrisome. That will give us like 2-3 days to fix our temperatures. Maybe get a steam hub or 2 up. In fact, you could make maybe get one now. You can make one here. Oh, you can place them on the... Oh, that's wonderful, actually. So we could place it here. It will cover a lot of things. So let's get that done. We do have the economy for it. Scouts number 2 have returned home with 5 steam cores. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. Working hours, we could have it on the next heat. Actually, that's not research yet. But that will increase our heat zone. So they will be now in a heat zone +2 because the generator's on 2. But it will still cost... how much will it cost? Steam hub. It will cost 6 per hour. But that means that we now have a heat zone here as well, making sure that these are chilly instead of being very cold or cold. And this is ahead of temperature rising by 20 degrees, making sure that we can fix some of these things that we are dealing with, and hopefully fix a few things more. Still need to research that thing, so let's do that now when we have gotten back our crew. And maybe send them back. Maybe we should send them in this direction to, for example, a large convoy, or freshwater springs, or the coal mine. What is the coal mine? We can see a couple of buildings and a tall winding tower. Alright. Or freshwater springs. Maybe we could send them to one of these places. But which place we send it to, that will be discovered in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Have a great time.